Was it tacky television tactics, or could it have been an alleged act of sabotage? Well, Cable Bahamas could find itself before the courts and its regulator after its efforts to interfere with the national broadcaster's Junkanoo production. Tonight, our corporation's chairman is speaking out.
Cleopatra Murphy has very injurious to us, and we're going to be asking for costs in the public square.
The Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas could be taking legal action against Rev Cable Bahamas for its apparent blatant actions, allegedly blocking ZNS's coverage of the 2022 Boxing Day Junkanoo Parade. Instead of Junkanoo, viewers tuning in at 6 p.m. Monday were greeted to a graphic redirecting them to the cable provider's own Channel 212, with the disruption lasting more than 2 hours. BCB Executive Chairman Paiswell Forbes says executives will meet with the company's legal team and is not taking the disrespect lightly.
We plan to file suit ASAP with FERCA, and we plan to, whatever our legal team says, we plan to file those charges, and also we're looking to recoup costs. Our sponsors were affected, and implications are there, and persons are very concerned, and so therefore we will be seeking legal redress on the matter post-date.
Forbes says prior to the parade, there were issues regarding whether it would officially be the Alive Junkanoo Parade or the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Cultures, in part due to a legal matter with the JCNP and BTC that got on board as ZNS's major sponsor. He says the corporation's team encountered several issues when they arrived on the route.
We were also disadvantaged in some of the setup sites, and there were a number of things that were causing much concern to the national broadcaster. And when we arrived downtown last night, according to my sources, we had a lot of obstruction. Our power supply was tampered with. Our broadcast facilities also tampered with. Certain sites we couldn't access last evening, even for the radio team. And then, lo and behold, I get hundreds of persons forwarding me this information about confirming that Cable Bahamas had blocked our signal and telling persons to go and watch it on their site.
Adding to the affront and an even bigger problem, both Forbes and the BCB's acting general manager Andrew Burrows point out the problematic nature of Cable Bahamas competing with the broadcast services it has been tasked to carry.
That is the concern. How can you decide? You can't be jury and judge.
This is a fundamental philosophical question. Is it right and fair for a service provider to also be competing in the same market with the people that it's supposed to be serving? And not people, but entities.
The executives feel what they branded a willful and deliberate act to deny its signal to the Junkanoo broadcast was a disservice to Bahamians that waited throughout the COVID-19 pandemic for Junkanoo's return. Burrows says there was one silver lining.
The public got to see for the 2+ hours that we were blocked just how much ZNS knows Junkanoo and is competent at producing Junkanoo. And when the social media comments came back, it was a landslide in favor of the Broadcasting Corporation of Bahamas. We had the best talent on set. We had the best persons on the sideline. We have people who know Junkanoo, who live Junkanoo.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.